Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, I just did my reading on Kamala Harris and kind of an update on her, a little hodgepodge reading of various things going on. And one of the questions that came up during that reading I had was, would Trump try to ditch JD Vance? Now that Joe Biden is not in the picture, and Trump has made his, accepted the nomination and picked JD Vance, or had JD Vance thrust upon him. Is he going to try and get rid of JD Vance and get somebody else instead? I think it's worth taking a look at. Okay? Entertainment purposes only. Right into it. Well, Trump, what's Trump thinking about JD Vance first? Maybe we should do that. What's he thinking about JD Vance, and is he going to try and get rid of him? Okay, get a little extra mix up in here. All right, what does Trump think of JD Vance? That I think is the naive choice. He was too trusting when he did this. They promised him that Biden was going to be. Oh God, Trump's having a tantrum. They promised that Biden was going to be in there. Stomp, 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 stomp. You can see my legs bouncing up and down. Yeah. Foolish choice. Naive choice. Not his choice. Trump should always go with his gut. Cross with the Queen of Pentacles. Finding use and practicality. You know, I don't think it's all bad. I don't think his choice for JD Vance was all bad, because I'm sure JD Vance will do things that will help Donald Trump. JD Vance is younger. He's driven. He seems to be all aboard Project 2025. So, you know, maybe he'll do everything that Trump tells him to. But if I were Trump, I would trust him as far as I could throw him, because this guy has ambition. And he will go with any way the wind blows in order to advance his career. Guess they're friends now, as Trump said. Queen of Pentacles, though, you know, it was kind of like the practical decision that was handed to him. I believe me, money had something to do with that. In the past, you have the Six of Wands, the victory. He's got enough delegates. He was nominated as the Republican candidate. He spent an hour and a half rambling about how incredibly wonderful he is. About 20 to 30 minutes of it was supposed to be his unifying speech, and the other 60 to 70 minutes of it was the same old grievances that he's out there. So he hasn't changed. But this is also JD Vance getting nominated and accepting that position as well. Current situation is the Queen of Swords. He'll excuse the chuckle. It's the morning after. It's the next morning. You know what I mean? They had a wild weekend, a lost weekend with each other, and now the realities are setting in of who's been nominated and who your partner is, and you've got all the strengths and all the shortcomings of this person. Especially now that this thing has changed, the whole situation's changed, and this is what I was talking about. Now we know what the Democrats are doing. The Democrats appear to be with Kamala Harris, and now all of a sudden, JD Vance may not seem. It was the practical choice back then, may not be the practical choice now, or the best choice to get going forward here. Interesting. The lesson we learn is the King of Wands. I would keep an eye out for Trump's whining. Specifically, as if poll numbers start going down, Trump is going to whine exactly what's terrifying him. And you might get to see more of what's going on behind the scenes. Like, you know, this person forced JD Vance on me, that sort of thing. Or this person said Biden was going to do this. Trump's already saying that they should sue because they spent all this money attacking Biden, and now the Democrats have changed horses midstream, and that's not fair. And whine, complain. Keep an eye out for what Trump says and what he's complaining about and who he blames for it. You'll get to understand more of what's going on behind the scenes. The outcome is the tower. He was riding a high wave, and that's been shot down. Nobody's talking about him and his ear. Nobody's talking about his incredible speech at the RNC or his fantastic choice. It's all the news coverage has gone over to Kamala Harris. Not only that, his whole strategy of taking down Joe Biden because he's Sleepy Joe and he's 81 years old and he can't do the job anymore. That's gone. That is gone. And with that tower, panic will set in. Okay, I was going to ask about JD Vance, but now I want to ask, what's the panic level looking like right now? How is Trump feeling panic energy wise? Is he calm? Is he wound up? Again, for somebody who's not in great health and shows signs of dementia, as well as likely has heart problems and stuff like that, has had strokes, and has all these court cases. At least the weight of the court cases is going to be alleviated because of all the delays that have happened. But now you've got this to deal with. How's his anxiety level right now? This last card wanted to stay on top. So, of course, this Page of Pentacles, my favorite card in the world. Messaging about health. I still think he's got health problems. Messaging about health. I was going to do a 4 card. We're going to do a bigger one on this one. And his mental health. Yeah. His health and his mental health are being taxed here. And mind you, he has the court cases. That takes some of the stress off. But now he's been dealt a different blow here. And the devil underneath it. No, this is Team Trump knowing that they're talking with doctors and stuff like that, but they're not telling folks in the RNC about Trump's health. They're keeping it a secret. Just like Trump said nobody is to talk about the shooting. I'm the only one who's allowed to talk about that because he wanted to control the narrative about being shot by a bullet in the ear, even though it's going to be demonstrably false. He wants to control that narrative. The RNC is going to is going to have some problems here because of Trump's health and his mental health here, because Trump's team is not going to be forthright with them. Want to know why? Because the Democrats just got rid of Biden. Trump's now the problem. If Trump is now taken out as the Republican candidate, he's going to have to face all those court cases. He's not going to have the protection of the Supreme Court and of all these senators and House members and judges because he's politically irrelevant. He's a political albatross at that point. They don't care. I mean, they care enough that they want his MAGA voters to support the Republicans through November, but after that, they don't need him for a couple years. So they can throw Trump to the wolves. Trump team knows this. They can't let him know. They can't let the RNC know about Trump's health. The past, got the 3 of Wands. Waiting for your ship to come in. Trump, it's almost like Trump was trying to keep his health together to get that nomination. That nomination was the most important thing in his life. It's the only thing keeping him out of prison right now. And as you've seen, to the point where the Supreme Court will twist themselves into pretzels to protect this person. Remember we had this as the cross card? We had the Six of Cups, the naivety crossed with this. Queen of Pentacles. Mission accomplished. Trump has made the main checkpoint that he wants to make. Now, mind you, he still wants to be elected because that keeps him out of prison. But securing the Republican nomination guarantees him, or it used to guarantee him, another 3.5 months of protection with the Republicans. But what happened with Biden now is going to have him worried. Yeah, because if he's out, he faces justice. Because right now, again, the only reason why all these court cases got delayed is to give Trump the opportunity to be elected. If the RNC decides that we can't win this election with Trump, we need to jettison him. They're going to look to what the Democrats did as a template with which to go forward, and Trump can't have that because this is what's keeping him out of prison. That's going to be learned as the Page of Wands. The messaging. The messaging or lack of messaging about Trump's health and his actions. I'm going to be interested to see Trump's... if they start asking about his health. There's movement here. What do we got here? Almost like started messaging about we need to get younger. Got to get younger. Got to get younger. Outcome is the Six of Coins at charity. If the GOP were to try to get rid of Trump, they would have to throw a lot of money at him and promise him a lot of protections, and he won't go for it. Because he knows they can't be trusted. He likes to raise money off of this stuff anyways. No, he won't take it. If they try to replace him, he won't take it. Because just like Biden could step down for the good of the party, Trump cannot step down for the good of himself. They might look into it, though. But you're dealing with Trump. Oh, my. That's not where I expected this reading to go. But, heck, I don't even remember what the question was at that point. Irrelevant. All right, so... yeah, I don't think... yeah, try and get rid of Trump. That's gonna be entertaining. That's a bowl of popcorn waiting to happen there. Will Trump try to get rid of JD Vance? Oh, things could be like a couple of scorpions or snakes and a couple of snakes. I don't think things are going to end well with JD Vance and Donald Trump. I really, really don't. Will Trump try to get rid of JD Vance? Will Trump try to get rid of JD Vance? Will Trump try to get rid of JD Vance? Let's look and see what we get. Yeah. It looks like it. This is the Six of Swords, the moving away card here. I was going to do a 4-card, but we'll do the full spread. Yeah, winner takes all. He can't... Trump needs to win at all costs. And if he doesn't think JD Vance is going to be the person who gets him there, he will jettison JD Vance. Underneath all is the agreement. It's funny. This is the card I had for Marco Rubio. I think he's going to start making some noises that he wants to swap his VP candidate because he wants to counteract what the Democrats have done. In the past, he got the Nine of Coins. He took on JD Vance because he was offered a lot of money. The big donors in the RNC, basically, he got Elon Musk amongst others. They forced JD Vance on him. The minute they got JD Vance in, Elon's not going to give Donald that $45 million a month anymore that he allegedly said he was going to give him. And Kamala Harris is fundraising like crazy. Oh, no. Oh, current situation. Trump's not happy. Trump is in his most Trumpian darkness right there. That, I imagine ketchup bottles and broken TVs are littering the landscape at wherever golf club that he's currently living in right now. He wants a plan, a new plan. Got to go forward with a new plan here. It's funny, it's not a fast plan, it's a slower plan. Maybe because he has to decide what the new path forward is. Oh, well, is he going to try and get rid of JD Vance? It's like he's got a new plan concocting to bring something to an end. It's probably going to be JD Vance. Change my mind. I'm the president. I have absolute criminal immunity. I could change my mind if I want to. He probably thinks that JD Vance isn't going to get him across the finish line, unless Trump himself doesn't get across the finish line, if you know what I mean. Oh, reevaluating. Yeah, I think I don't know how this is going to play out. I can't picture in my mind's eye how this plays out, but Trump is going to. He wants a change. He wants a change because he wants it, and he'll go around beating the bushes till he gets what he wants. He might be told no a bunch of times, but that doesn't really ever stop him. All it does is it makes him whine a lot. And if he's not getting his way, he's going to whine louder. And then he's going to turn to social media and whine there. It'll start off with, it's not fair that the Democrats got to pick their candidate next and Biden dropped out and we spent all this money and it's not fair. And, we chose JD Vance because we expected Joe Biden to be the president and blah, blah, to be the Democratic presidential nominee, blah, 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 blah. The minute you see that, I made a decision based on this. And now that the underlying assumptions have changed, the rest of us call that risk. You took a risk. You went first and you got to make the big splash and the other team countered. And now you're complaining that they got to go second when you got to go first. He's 3. Just saying. Anyways, JD Vance, don't get too comfortable sitting next to Donald Trump, which may not be the worst thing given his lack of control down there. Anyways, I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.